You can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction.
Guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him. Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting
40 before he...
Nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch.
Bro, what is up with the stream? How you guys doing today? So today we are playing, well, you already know, Madden 20. The good stuff. But I am the Oakland Raiders, and I knew he was gonna do that. So I'm the Oakland Raiders, and I'm versus the Pittsburgh, the Steelers. I'm not even gonna say it because I can't say it. But yeah, I am versus them, and ever since I started versing them, I've been winning. It's literally still first down, and I have 27. I've been picking them, and I've been making them fumble.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, but he needs right now a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get...
Oh, by the way, there's a light shot somewhere down here. Have you ever seen a green blaze? No, I haven't. Have you? You don't want to. Oh, okay. It's okay. Yeah. They have like 17 eyes. It's kind of like a spider.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue.
That will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Timing is everything, and they work on this time all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside.
Boom, baby, boom.
Gets both feet down for the completion. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now
yeah, I accidentally went over the line of scrimmage.
Defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
All right, so I wanna take the ball from here to home. Let's see.
Some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right, no big plays.
All right, it's good. No sweat.
Don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on, what does that mean? Break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here's Jacobs.
You already know.
Have a 1st down past the 40. The 40. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the silver and black continue to roll. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. Catch made right side by Wilson. And
let's go.
Talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So nervous. So nervous. Just looking straight down in mine, and that's it. I hit that. There was literally nothing. There was literally nothing down here. Look, if there's, I've been looking for this since I checked it out. I'm unsuccessful with finding.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Because honestly, I would just rather find lost.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, nice move. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out. Now
so personally, I like to run in this game because it's like I can get my juke on better.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They find some open field here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 47 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Luke Wilson, 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul search. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Already know, Coach. You already know I'm hella good at this game.
Thank you. No worries.
Let me just clip that real quick.
This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there?
And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
No, I couldn't really got that. Real talk. You know why? Because I'm out here. We are out here. Real talk. Real talk, sir. So, my mom want to braid my hair. So, I got long hair now. And my mom wants to braid it. I don't know. Should I?
And a Good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right, already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to get a score back.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage.
I'm going to pass it to Antonio Brown only for this play.
The final tally.
There's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Carlson now to add the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the counter, it's Connor pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger looking left sideline. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Zach Gentry from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense led by Antonio Brown heading back out, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now Carr will come up here with a first and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He's going to let it go deep. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the silver and black continue to roll.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Roethlisberger now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position player to their offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. Out to the right here to Wilson. Man, this play gets blown up.
I meant to throw that to X, but I accidentally pressed circle.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks...
And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very
I really don't want to let them pass the first down. So I'm going to just have to keep them here so they can just kick it off to me.
From his linebacker spot, Perfect with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Yeah, like this. Like, yeah, so they can just kick it off.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is Harris. And now running right through it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Raiders. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, 73 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Speaking from the guy taking the snaps is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people. No errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. To throw again on second down, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Vontez Perfect gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager.
My jukes aren't working right now. That's really annoying me.
Team, so we don't have to cover him anymore because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, 28 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Carlson on for the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger throwing the out route and complete. That's Washington.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter.
Dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are pouring it on. They were looking to pass the ball there, but it only takes off with it. It's a fake. Break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
No way I didn't just get that. That should have been.
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
We play for win.
Okay, chat, so I'll see you guys later in